is Arn of Task Force Nova. Imperial forces are massing in the Pier Shack system around Manaan. I say again, Imperial forces are massing near Manaan.
What's the call, sir?
Let's head back. They need our help.
Aye, sir.
Get me the captain of that ship!
They're not responding. Bombers incoming!
Brace for impact!
Arn's transmission came from here. This isn't looking good.
We're picking up a weak signal just ahead. See what you can find.
We're not alone.
Copy that. Evasive maneuvers.
I have a visual.
We've got them on the run. See if there's any survivors.
On my way.
I'm not seeing any more Imperial activity, but don't dawdle. We don't know what's out here.
Arn? Arn!
It's you.
What happened?
They hit us with some kind of weapon. We barely had time to react before the Imperial bombers arrived. No talk, no warning, nothing.
They're gone. The Republic fleet chased them off.
The Republic? Oh, no. You need to turn them around.
Incoming! That's an ion cannon. It can cripple this entire fleet. We need to deal with it or this operation is over.
What about my crew?
Okay, listen. Bring them back here. And the two of you, take one of my shuttles. It's built for stealth and will get you past that cannon. Now get moving. This is Admiral Rava.
Everyone fall back immediately. Fall back! The fleet is retreating to a safe distance. We took quite a beating. We can't let that Culto fall into the Empire's hands. You understand? Rava out.
The ion cannon is focused on the Republic fleet. That should buy us time to get closer. There's an Imperial shipping platform. Aim for that. A ship this size could slip by unnoticed. I thought I was going to lose my crew until you showed up. They're my responsibility.
Agreed. And you protected them.
Not all of them.
War doesn't care what you can and can't do. You acted like a leader. That's what matters.
I'm a Jedi Knight now. I should be better.
You faced the trials?
Yes. I wasn't sure I could, but Tao insisted. When I passed, I thought I'd feel different. Leave my doubts behind. Tao laughed when I said that. Doubt can cripple you, she said. It can also keep you striving to be better. There's the platform. Looks like the imps have their hands full. That's good for us. Head toward the side exhaust vents. I bet we can find a way in underwater. Lots of damage. Wait, see that? We can use that to get inside the platform. It's locked down. We'll need a security terminal to get this elevator moving. Elevator should be good to go. It's not moving. Imperials must have secured it. I'll take a look. Door will have to wait. I got it. The emergency seal's kicked in. We're trapped!
Great seas! Through here! Come on! You hurt? No? You're welcome. Colonel Gallo's Special Warfare Group. I'm in charge of these bait worms. You I know by reputation. Well met. Who's this?
Arn D, Jedi Knight.
Yeah, the laser sword gave it away. Now, what in the great seas are you doing in the middle of this mess?
The Republic heard about a buildup of Imperial forces around Manaan. We brought a fleet, but can't get close because of that ion cannon.
The Imperials knew you would come running once the Culto was in trouble. Nothing ever changes. You show up, they show up, and maybe dangle some weak agreements, or maybe just start blasting. Neither of you give a damn about the Selkath.
Thanks for the save, but I'm not here to get into a political discussion. I want that cannon turned off, Colonel.
Fine, but it's the wrong move. We need it. My mission is to rig that ion cannon to go off like a bomb. We do that, and every ship, every scanner, every piece of dry tech around here goes dark. This would make Dosk very sad.
Don't worry. My prosthetics are shielded. I'll head back to our dropship and make sure it's protected. I'm betting we want at least one thing that can fly.
I was on my way to the control station when you showed up. The way I see it, you owe me a few hands. You in?
Let's go make an ion bomb.
There's the entrance to the ion cannon control station. With that armor, our blasters won't make a scratch. We need something with teeth.
What about those?
Imperial mortars. We'll commandeer those and point them at the entrance. The imps arrived like a tidal wave. Drop that ion cannon and enough troops to call it an invasion. Decades of experience meant we were ready for it. I'll rig the targeting. You keep the curious away. So, you and Laser Sword back there are here to deal with the cannon, huh? The Republic fleet on a what? Mission of mercy? Kolto has nothing to do with it. Did I get that right?
No. We both know this is about Kolto. I'll help make sure the Empire doesn't get it.
Republic Command needs to get some new lines. Heard that exact thing years back.
Rava here. Arn gave us an update on your ship. What's happening on your end?
Is that Rava? Of course it is. Back to train us dry?
Gallo. I knew you were in the middle of this. You've got Imperials in your house, and I'm here to clean them out. Again.
Always thinking you're on the right side, eh? Blasting your way through my people will fix this mess you're in.
What's the status of the ion cannon?
We're on target, Admiral.
Understood. Rava out.
I don't know your history with Admiral Rava, but he brought an entire fleet to protect Manaan.
You're right. You don't know my history with Rava. This mortar is ready. Let's get to the next one.
We'll need to get through this to reach the ion cannon.
We're approaching the ion cannon entrance. The imps are onto us now. We need to hurry. I heard you ran your own team, an alliance. Something changed?
Yes, but when we rejoined the Republic, our people continued their work.
I get that. Takes real experience, real trouble to build trust. Let me guess. The Empire did something the Republic didn't like. You know what? Don't care. The Republic and Empire have been slicing the scales off each other since the invention of pointy sticks. With Rava, I don't need to squint very hard to mistake him for some Empire tyrant. Mortar is ready. We don't have much time before the imps figure out our plan.
Arn, is everyone clear?
We're good here. I shielded our dropship and circled back to Gallo's team.
Fire in the hole! Major Dusk, I'm going to need that ion cannon of yours.
Colonel Gallo, was it? I gave you a chance to avoid all this.
I don't make deals with a blaster to my head.
I see you brought in help. Unacceptable.
We both want something. Let's work this out.
You and this unpleasant creature are in no position to negotiate anything. Eliminate them.
This will end very badly for you, Gallo. The Empire takes what it wants. Curse your interference.
You're beaten, Dusk. Surrender now, or things get ugly. We're getting the ion cannon either way.
I'll never surrender this weapon to you, vermin. The Empire will prevail! Sir, reports of an explosion near the ion cannon. Incoming fire stopped.
Well done. I want a damage assessment and readiness report on the fleet, Lieutenant.
Aye, sir.
Bring us around. Ready the guns to intercept any Imperial fighters who want to test the waters.
Aye, sir. Rating response.
We're back in this fight.
Gallo?
Oh, I'm beginning to think Major Dusk has a problem with the Selkath. Status?
Colonel, the controls are damaged and the cannon's power source is destroyed.
Can it be repaired?
We can bypass the controls, but with no power.
Start the bypass. There's another power source. Just do it.
Yes, Colonel.
Commander, there's a Kolto mining facility at the outskirts of the docks. From there, I'll guide you to a power source we can reroute to the cannon.
You're staying here?
I'm not letting those Imperial ships out of my sight. My team and I will delay those ships from taking off, but we can't hold them for long.
Copy that, Colonel. Arn?
Let's go fishing.
We've arrived at the base, Colonel.
I didn't know you had facilities this far out.
We don't. This one's Imperial. Dusk is stripping Kolto and preparing it for transport off-world. Anything he can't steal, he destroys.
He's destroying Kolto?
It keeps his enemies weak and wounded.
Damn Imperials.
It's not just about stopping them, is it?
Kolto wasn't available when I was injured on Daycott 7. They saved my life. I'll always be thankful for that, but it was a hard road. The thought of someone suffering because of what the Empire is doing... We can't let that happen.
Gallo here. I don't have the floor plan of the facility, so you'll need to do this the hard way. You're looking for the droid bay. Understood?
Droid bay. Got it.
We need a droid to switch the power over to the ion cannon. The Imperials are loading Kolto faster than expected. We're running out of time.
Gallo, we're at the droid bay.
Good. We need to override the controls on a submersible droid. Careful, not all droids are friendly.
Anything?
I got something. Wait, no. Trip to failsafe. Cross one attack droid off the list. There shouldn't be any more surprises.
This looks important. It keeps the progenitor away. The giant Varaxan shark? That progenitor? Or one of its kind, correct? Haven't seen it for years.
Gallo here, power is coming through.
That's good news.
I'm keeping the Kolto ships grounded. My techs are working on rigging the ion cannon. I need you to make final adjustments to the arrays to maximize this ion bomb and net us the most ships.
Let's hope this gives the Selkath the advantage they need. We're at the main array. Adjusting now. Add a secondary array. Array finished. Last array. Commander, Kolto transports are taking off.
Gallo, the arrays are set. We need to do this now.
Getting interference on my comms. Don't wait for me.
Gallo? Say again.
Great! Seize! Pull the trigger!
On two Imperial transport ships! Bring them down! Blast! Out of range! They got the Kolto!
There's one more taking off.
Hang on! Hold fire! Hold fire! Colonel Gallo and her team are aboard that ship!
Get ready! This would have been easier with a shuttle.
Come on! We have to stop this ship!
We can't let this ship escape. The Empire already has a shipment of Kolto.
Let's get to the engine room. We can bring it down from there.
Had to expect a warm reception. Dusk likes his killer droids.
Let's cut the power to the engines.
That's the second time I've left Manaan and found myself right back in the water. We need to reach the escape pods before it's too late. Let's hope we can find Gallo on the way. What was that? An explosion?
Let's go.
There's the door to the escape pods. I'll crack it open. Major Dusk!
Unacceptable! I knew I was being punished for something when I got this cursed assignment. It'll be easy, they said. Nothing but weak resistance and glory, they said. Lies. It's been nothing but delays. First Colonel Gallo, and now you.
Where is she?
Through that door, of course. She wanted to use the escape pods to take my Kolto. I sent in some crew to stop her. That gave me enough time to vent the oxygen from the room. Efficient, I think.
You killed your own people?
Of course. That's what they're for. My battle droids are better suited to protect me. Take care of them. And no need for trophies. I want to forget all about this wretched place. You've already lost one shipment of Kolto to the Empire. This will be 2. I find droids are better than people. Fewer weaknesses. It's only a matter of time before the Empire sends reinforcements. You will perish on this obscene little planet! This was not part of my plan! Vermin!
Let's get through that door. Oh no. There's Gallo.
How is she?
Still breathing. Cell cath are built tough.
Same over here. Alive.
Commander, we're out of time. Gallo wanted to use the remaining escape pods to save the Kolto, but we need them to save her and her people. I hate this. The Kolto could save so many lives, but we can't let her die. It's not right.
Okay, let's get Gallo and her team into the escape pods.
Setting emergency beacon for pickup.
Hazigas gato volta capi. Tane es hazigazdak.
What about Colonel Gallo and her team?
Hoge afele tengeri ohas onlit ege pilota. Amel kengres. Hoge afoleona mis teri uma.
we waiting for something?
Esvani az Ezred, Purdulo Tagale, Marengo Humbaleba.
Standing by.
Az intolerancia.
Colonel, good. Representative Nula refused to discuss anything without you in the room.
I wanted to thank you both in person for your bravery in recovering Colonel Gallo and her team.
It was the only option. We can replace Kolto. We can't replace good people.
Yes, of course. Forgive my candor, but your actions have surprised many of my colleagues. We don't often see outsiders holding strong to such ideals, especially when at war.
The Kolto they stole is headed to the front lines. That will hurt us badly during the upcoming offensive.
There is one last item. Someone who should still be recovering.
I got this, Nulo.
Colonel Gallo?
Heard you pulled my team out of a bad situation. I'll remember that. We all will.
I figured Manaan is safer with you pissing off the higher-ups.
Ha! You're right, Trooper. If you ever find yourself back here in the deep end, I'm buying. Admiral Rava, we should talk about those AA defense guns you want to litter across my ocean.
Of course, Colonel. I'm open to your advice on their placement.
Really beautiful out here. Didn't get much of a chance to look around. Things were moving too fast. Is it like this all the time for you?
I didn't know what to expect when I heard your distress call. It certainly wasn't all of this.
Same here. I saw the Imperial fleet, and next thing I knew, I was fighting my way through a sinking ship. But it seems like you're always being tested. Like becoming a Jedi. The Jedi trials break you down and force you to confront your fears, your weaknesses. My doubt ran deeper than I ever realized.
What happened at the trials?
The trials ripped away my defenses, exposed me as a fraud. It felt like everyone was screaming that I would never be a Jedi. But only I was screaming that. Tao struggled with doubt, but she never let it get in the way. That's what I meant when I asked if it was always like this. You've done so much. Have you ever doubted yourself?
And when the stakes are high, it's hard to be sure of anything.
That I understand. Sorry, I'm not making much sense with all my questions. I came to Manaan following a rumor from the Jedi archives. An accomplished Jedi Master was hiding out here. At first, the Selkath denied everything. Wouldn't help at all. I didn't know why. I just wanted to make sure he knew he could be safe with us. That he didn't need to hide anymore.
Did you find him?
Just his grave. He had died some years back. He requested the Selkath not reveal where he was buried. Why do you think he did that?
Maybe he thought his Jedi accomplishments were more important than being known.
We'll never know. I'd like to think that my search for him that brought me here to stop all this was somehow his last great act of service. That's my crew wanting an update. We're gonna stay on Manaan and see what we can do to help. I'm sure I'll see you around.